Here the output current in case of transistor is referred as IC. As we know from the transistor configurations that IC is given by beta times IB. Means since the transistor is a BJT transistor is a current controlled device, so the presence and absence of the base current is going to predict the value of output current IC. Let's say whenever or when let's say there is no light energy that is made to fall on the base region. So whenever in absence of light, whenever there is an absence of light on the base region, obviously the number of electron hole pairs in case of base region will be very less. So that means that IB will be very small. If since the IB is very small, the output current IC will be small only. But let's say when this base is made to expose to the sunlight, so whenever this base is exposed to the sun, any kind of light energy here, so let's say if this is exposed to the light energy, more number of electron hole pairs are created at the base region in excess to those electron hole pairs that are created or that are generated thermally or that are generated due to bias. So in excess to those generated by the thermal energy that are due to bias voltage. In addition to those, these electron hole pairs are created. So as more and more number of electron hole pairs are created at the base region, the base current is going to increase. So since the base current is getting increased here, if the base current increases, from the formula you can see here the IC current also increases. IC current also increases, or else I can refer it as IB is completely dependent upon the light source, or sometimes it is also referred as I lambda, depends upon the intensity of the or depends upon the wavelength of the light energy that is made to fall on this base region. So if more and more intense beam is made to fall on this base region, so obviously IB is going to increase, base current is going to increase. So due to the increase in the base current, IC current also increases. So in absence of light energy, very small amount of current is observed in the base region, and that current is known as dark current. Okay. In general, I can say here the base current is function of the wavelength of the incident light. Let's see the characteristics. So here the base current, first curve will show you the base current versus the intensity of the light here. As the intensity of the light increases, or as the wavelength of the light increases, the I lambda is also going to increase correspondingly. The first characteristic is clear. Second characteristics, here we are plotting the curves between the IC versus VC, that is output current versus output voltage. So as the output voltage is increased here, here you are getting a constant or flat curve here, which is going to indicate that the output current IC is not dependent upon the applied potential VC. Instead, it depends upon the H is nothing but the this is nothing but the measurement of the intensity. As the intensity is increased here, you are getting more and more IC current. So with these curves, I can say that IC completely depends upon the intensity of the light rather than on the output voltage VCE. Applications, say they are used in computer logic circuits, punch card readers, in alarm systems, or they are sometimes used as level indicators in counting systems as well as in smoke detectors. So these are the applications of the photo transistor. So next one is the a kind of light emitter, that is light emitting diode, which is abbreviated as LED. It is a diode which is going to emit light whenever it is forward biased. So we must forward bias the diode, and these special diodes are going to emit the light. Normally the normal PN junction diodes, whenever they are forward biased, they are going to emit the energy, but the energy is emitted in the form of heat. But these are some special type of materials that are used for the constructing the LEDs, which are going to emit the light whenever they are going to do, whenever they are forward biased. The light emitted by the LED, sometimes it may be visible or sometimes it might not be visible. So as we see in our remotes, that is the infrared LED is going to emit the invisible light. So sometimes the LED light may be visible to your naked eyes, sometimes it may not be visible. The example is infrared LED. And the amount of light output, so amount of light intensity or amount of light output that is emitted from the LED is directly proportional to the forward current that is flowing through it. Means if more and more current is made to flow through the diode, the intensity of the light is increased and vice versa. Let's see the construction. Here you can see the N type of semiconductor layer. So here it acts as the substrate, and P type layer is deposited on it by the diffusion technique. The P layer is kept at the top because the carrier recombination takes place in the P region, means the electron hole pair electron hole recombination takes place in the P region, and this layered structure is kept in a tiny reflective cup so that the light gets reflected towards the desired direction and desired direction. Let's see the working. So here you can see the construction is clear, and here the N type is connected to negative terminal of the battery, and P type is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, or I can say the PN junction is now it is forward biased. The electrons in the N region cross this junction and they recombine with the holes that are present in the P region. So as we see from the energy band diagram, let's leave the first and second bands here. Let's consider or let's focus on only two bands, that is valence band and conduction band. Remember, all the electrons will be having the higher energy level, and all the electrons will be there in the conduction band, and the holes whose energy level is small, that's why they will be there in the valence band. So whenever it is forward biased, the electrons from the conduction band, they cross the junction and they combine with the hole in the valence band. So means to say that the electrons are jumping from the conduction band to valence band. Remember that we have discussed in the Niels Bohr atomic model. Whenever an electron is jumping from lower energy level to higher energy level, in the sense it is absorbing the energy in the form of electromagnetic radiation. Let's say an electron is jumping from lower energy level to higher energy level, in the sense it is absorbing the energy. Similarly, conversely, I can say if an electron is jumping from higher energy level to lower energy level, in the sense the difference energy is emitted in the form of electromagnetic radiation. So here these are made up of some special kind of materials. Instead of releasing the difference amount of energy in the form of electromagnetic radiation, so these will release the energy in the form of light.